I got to tell you, man, today is probably the worst day that I could possibly have coming to the podcast.
Why?
I had to admit, last week, you were actually right about something.
Hell yeah!
No, bullshit. Let me tell you, it was painful. It was painful. I'm like, internally, I'm like, my Lanta, Alka-Seltzer, Tums, it's burning. It was burning inside.
I don't know why you're not used to this.
No, I had to go Google you. I went home.
That's right.
I went home and I'm like, okay, I'm going to Google this.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in hell.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine did contact me.
Yeah.
And they said, I've had a Scooby snack.
A Scooby snack, sweet.
A drink.
Yeah.
Still don't know what it is. Did you look at it? We're going to have to look that one up. I didn't even Google that one. They told me that too. But yeah, there is a slow screwdriver.
Right. There's a slow screwdriver.
Pit of my stomach, man. It sucked. It sucked.
It makes so much sense. Come on. Like there's a screwdriver out there. People drink screwdrivers all the time. And so when you add another mix of something else, boom, slow gin.
Don't you hate when people rehash shit? They just talk about it. You've already talked about this. Okay, I had to come on here and openly admit that you were actually right.
Am I hearing this? The guy that keeps beating a dead horse forever?
Well, because I'm like Google.
You're a fucking horse beater.
I'm the Google person. I'm gonna find out. I will check yes, but you were actually right. And man, I'm telling you, man, it was
good. This week started off good.
No,
right.
It wasn't good. Did you hear me? I said the pit of my stomach. It was not good. It was burning.
Dude, this is
But
here I got something.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I gave you room on this one. Go ahead.
Get used to it.
Yeah. About being right?
That sinking feeling,
well,
that pin in your stomach.
No, I've only had it.
Feel good. Oh, he was so right. Damn it, I have to admit that I'm wrong.
I only had it once since we started. Just a couple of times. Shit, that sucked. That was horrible. But you know what made me feel better?
What's that?
This week when I texted you, like I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So I texted you and I get this thing back. Grumpy ass piece of shit. You're not nice in the morning. Text me back. Don't text me unless it's something serious.
Dude, be text courteous.
I was.
Like, just because your ass stays up all night and doesn't sleep and you get up and you don't sleep much, you're like freaking like always up.
You're a grumpy ass. Like, you got all this technology. You don't silence your phone.
It's silenced.
Right.
Like, everything is silenced in it. Here's the scoop. Like, and Carol did the same. She said the same exact thing as you're saying. She goes, well, why don't you just mute it, put it on, mute the thing. I said, I have my phone muted. I have everything. I said, but I have this thing in my phone. The iPhone lets you do this favorite list. And those people are the people that are important in your life.
Oh,
and so
that's so sweet.
People,
look at you. I'm important.
If they try to text me, I'm going to get a little,
right? Yeah.
Well, the damn thing's right next to my head. Like, it's right here. Mm-hmm. And I'm sleeping all of a sudden at freaking 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you see this puppy?
It was cute.
Shit.
Don't text me unless it's important.
I don't need it. At that time of the morning.
It was.
It was not.
It was important.
Yeah. Everybody out there that is likes to sleep, everybody knows. Don't be texting people early in the morning. And you know, and first of all, we've been friends for too long. You know that my operating time is like 9 o'clock, I'm having my coffee. 10 o'clock, I'm like actually conscious, ready to go.
Yeah, I did. I realized that after I sent it, because when you sent it back, did you notice I went silent?
Yeah, you went silent. No return.
Like, okay,
thank God.
I'm gonna. But you felt bad because later on he goes.
I literally reached over. I was like, don't fucking text me.
But later on, you text back like, listen, man, I just want to tell you. Sorry about the way I responded. Yeah, you grumpy bastard.
You might get that response in the morning. Later on, I might apologize, but in the morning, You might get those top
That was
responses.
good though. Hey, but you're actually alone for a few days.
Alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're in the
dude.
house.
Yeah.
All by yourself. Carol's gone.
Wife is at the simulator.
Sim?
Yeah.
That sucks.
She's like, this has been like,
Wait, you guys have been
this year,
busy this month. I mean, actually this
we are
week.
so crazy busy. Like, it's crazy. But here's the thing. Last year to this year comparison, like, and we've talked about this before in our podcast. When you go to the sim or we go to training, it's a little stressful, you know, and pilots get all cranked up, ready to, they're all stressed out about it because in the business, for all of you out there that don't know, if you fail, you're going back to training.
Oh yeah.
Like there's more training. Good. It's humiliating. You're in with your peers, like the whole thing. So nobody wants to do that. So every year she's like the week before, it's like, it's worse than a period, man.
Okay, so
you talk about grumpy, you ain't seen grumpy.
But this week has been crazy for you. So when did she get the realization?
So here's the thing.
Because there had to be some kind of meltdown.
Last year she was like, boom, it was that workup, and this is continuous years before.
Right.
This year, she scheduled herself all the way up to the day before her training. So we just went out to Vegas, saw the nieces, came back, and now she's at the day we came back. So we came back yesterday. This morning, drove her to the airport.
Right.
She's at the sim. So she didn't have time to be grumpy. So next year, guess what we're doing? I'm booking that shit up all the way up to that day.
So she's right today. She's cramming for the exam.
Yeah. So right now she's cramming. She's got a whole day to cram, focus. She's by herself. I will not bother. We said our love yous and all that stuff. Miss you earlier in the day.
Right.
So she's good, and then they have to go to training at like 4 a.m.
That's what I was going to tell people. I was wondering what her time slot was because they don't get their time slot. When do they get it? Actually,
yeah, it's like a flight attendants. Like we all go into a big classroom, right?
Right.
And we do it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's we have so many different planes and different doors. Our whole class can spread out in the sim building, and we can go to different simulators and practice, right? But for pilots, you only got so many simulator aircraft,
right,
cockpits, and so they have to they get a time schedule, like this is their appointment, and they're only got so much time to do it.
Yeah.
And so they got to get all their training done in a certain window, and then they break, and then they come back the next day, and they do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then they break, and then they come back again for a debrief. Yeah, so it's a big deal, and it goes for like 3 days. It's
the reason why I'm smiling so much, I'm visualizing you at 4 a.m. doing an evac on a door.
Hell no.
Could you imagine if you pulled your time slot and you're like, okay, Shawn, you're on the 777 at 4 o'clock, and 3 o'clock you're on the 78.
You know what that looks like, right? Angry bear throwing motherfuckers out the door. Boom! Get the fuck out of here! You like new commands would be coming spilling out my mouth.
That would be the new bucket of suck. Could you?
That's right.
Could you imagine that?
Oh, dude, no way.
But for a pilot, I mean, 4 a.m. That's crazy.
And they got to be on their game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They got to. They can't be making mistakes because they're being tested. And for all those people out there, like the one thing about the pilot job, we get looked at, but it's not like the pilots. Like they're right over their shoulder watching them, every move they make, what they're doing, the call outs, the commands, all that stuff. So they're like, it's like that teacher standing over your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and you get nervous. Like, remember being in school, like grade school, it's like, I don't want people looking at me, watching me do it makes me more nervous, So you can imagine it's got to be pretty nervous.
It's intense. I mean, because a lot of times, especially during sim times, we have a lot of the pilots, when it's their time to do the sim, that's all they talk about.
Yeah. They're freaking out.
Yeah.
Freaking out. Yeah. But we get it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's like, it's a super stressful situation that we have to do. Like no. So like the pilots here at our airline every 9 months.
Right.
It's a cycle every 9 months. And then flight attendants were every 18 months now. So that's, totally different deal.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's some crazy shit. You know what? Talking about some crazy shit, I got to tell you what happened today. I woke up this morning. I decided I'm going to start working on my deck. right?
Yeah.
I get out there on my deck and I'm putting up this, like I'm fighting the birds. I built this new deck and now there's like all these new nesting places for birds.
Yeah.
So I'm now putting up this like netting stuff on top. So I went to Home Depot and bought the shit and all this stuff, right? Come back here. I'm setting up the ladder and all this stuff. I bought these new shears because had to cut these like heavy plastic shear, like the netting, whatever that I built. So I'm cutting. I set it down on the thing. Boom. I drop the shears. The shears goes falling and bam, right into my motherfucking foot. Blood shoots out. I'm looking down. My foot is like, boom, boom. You can see the heartbeat.
You're throbbing.
Like there's blood, like shooting, gushing. I had a streaking knife just goes through my tennis shoe, into my sock, and it's through the outside of the shoe, and it's shooting out of the shoe.
I feel horrible. I'm smiling right now.
I'm like, ow. I'm like, motherfuck. And now I'm like, I'm bleeding and I'm dripping blood. And I'm like, now I can't be walking around everywhere dripping blood. What do I do? Dude, it was a fucked up situation. I'm telling you right now.
I'm sorry. That shit is fun. Because do you know how many times in life shit like that has happened? I mean, you'll drop something and it sticks into a body part.
I can guarantee you go out right now on my deck, you'll see those damn bloody shears out there right now because it's still got blood on it. And they were sharp as a motherfucker.
Are the birds still out?
They're out there. I haven't got
So the birds are safe.
I didn't put one damn net up yet.
So the birds are up there looking at you like you're a dumbass.
They were laughing. Robins were cracking their shit up. Try to mess with my net, I'll drop some scissors on your ass.
No, yeah. I can't help it. Don't
mess with my net.
I can't help it.
Dude, I was just like, I could not believe it happened this morning. And I'm like, great. This is how the day is starting.
You're killing me.
Shears in my foot.
Hey, I was going to ask you too. Have you dealt with the tax people recently?
Yes.
Because we had assessments done.
Yeah. I had the other day. It was like the doorbell rings, ding dong. I go up and I'm like, who's in my neighborhood? Who's ringing? I'm thinking it's one of my neighborhood. I open the door. The guy's like, hey, I'm Ralph, the tax man. Did you just build a deck last year?
I was wondering if you got that.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, so then he's like, I'm just here to assess so you won't get taxed this year, but this year we're going to see what you built. And then next year we're going to tax you on what you built.
You should have jacked with that guy because he's doing a deck assessment.
Yeah, deck. I said, I got a big deck.
I'm Ralph.
Come on.
I'm Ralph and I'm here to assess your deck.
You know. There's all kinds of people out there.
That's the time. That's the time you wish you had a small deck,
right. Dude. No, I don't. When the tax guy shows up, that's the only time when I want a small deck.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. My deck is like I extended it so it's like the same size it was, but then I extended it and it like goes down. It's a bi-level deck.
Yeah.
And it extends out.
It's got blood. It's got blood on the bottom of it.
Yeah, now on the bottom left, there's blood. There's blood stains out there. Yeah, I had to throw away a pair of socks. I had to throw away. I'm gonna throw away some shoes because there's blood all in my shoes.
Tetanus shot.
Like everything. I had a tetanus shot. That's what I was like. I literally was thinking that
That's
same
the first,
thing. I was
first
like,
thought, right?
Did I
have a tetanus shot?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Now I just got blood spewing out of my foot.
Yeah, if my foot starts looking green and purple, weird looking colors, then I'll be like, maybe I need to go to the doctor. But I mean, that some bitch just stabbed me. Those things were so sharp, it's unbelievable. But like, you would have been just on the ground, just rolling around.
Oh, I was sitting there laughing
because I was just like, I was like, really?
You laugh at somebody's pain.
I was laughing at my own pain too.
Yeah, that's me laughing.
But I'm just sitting there, and it's like something in a movie. You're like, really? The blood's like.
I've done that before. You've done that. I mean, using a stupid blade, right?
Stupid thing. Cut
you did something, and all of a sudden you slice right through your finger.
Yeah.
And you're in disbelief as it's gushing out.
Dude, it is like been one thing after another because I got all these projects going on and all this stuff. You know, like it's like I have like this. It's like that deck thing. So how that all started was small project turning into a big project. Because I'm like, let's get rid of those damn birds, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get rid of the birds.
Birds
How
are
am I
still
gonna
there.
get that? So I'm thinking, well, maybe I just like there's the rafters and all that stuff. So I'm like, how do I like cover up the areas where they can nest at? Because we kind of like built a square.
Birds are like looking at you.
Yeah, and they're just like you know,
I wonder what he's
they're
doing.
figuring out what they're doing,
Yeah.
dude. Then as I'm down there examining this whole thing, I look over and I have like a lighting on my deck, and there's like a bunch of wires holding the one. Those motherfuckers put a nest right on top of a bunch of wires.
Smart birds.
Like, so it's
Warm.
not even where we had there was coves and like buckets right there
Yeah.
for them to nest in.
Well, now you
No,
can't take them
right
out
on
because the
top of my
babies are in there.
That's my thing.
Because you'll be a bird killer.
So
You can't do it.
you eat chicken every day?
PETA's going to come after you.
You eat chicken? You eat turkey?
I like chicken.
Right. Yeah, I know you like chicken.
Yeah, I like chicken.
It's just one more bird down.
No,
in the
you
world.
ain't killing the birds. Carol will be all over you. You're like, you got to wait.
I went up there and I got to like the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, is there anything in these nests? I'm
Yeah,
like trying
no,
to
you-
angle the
Yeah,
mirror.
you ain't killing
I get up there. One of them's a robin nest. There's like 4 little blue eggs in there. I'm like,
Yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. Can't
But I
kill
was
them.
thinking about, I never had a robin omelet.
Yeah, yeah. Mean little
Can you
bastard.
imagine, like it's like Barbie omelets.
You're killing me. I was coming into the airport the other day, and you know when you have a bigger family, how many kids do you have in your family?
I have 4 brothers and sisters.
Okay. Now, was there one that didn't follow the family plan, and there's like they use the family rule book as like a suggestion sheet,
Oh yeah.
right? I was coming in the airport. It was funny. So this Indian family, and I'm coming down the escalator. I'm watching this play out. There's like 5 of these kids, and they're really cute.
Right.
But there's that one. Okay, she's at the top of the stairs, and the little ones are like, Aisha, get down here, Aisha. You're supposed to be down here, Aisha. And she's looking at them, and every one of them are sitting there going, Aisha, get down here. And she looks at them like this.
like
And she is so cute because she takes one step down, and then they're like, no, down here. And then she backs up. And I'm like, that is such,
yeah.
it is perfect
Yeah,
how
yeah.
families are. Because you always have that one kid in the family
Right.
that goes against the grain.
Right.
And I'm watching this play out. It was funnier than shit. I was just dying because it reminded me like Dave. My
Right.
brother David. Dave was like that. Dave was like, rule book, throws it out the fucking window, man. Right? Dave is like, well, okay, that's fine, but I'm going this way.
Yeah.
That's the way Dave was all the time.
Kind of my sister was that way.
I know you
Yeah.
weren't. There's no way.
No. Hell no, man. My dad was strict, first of all. He was like drill sergeant. Like,
But how the hell did you? Okay, so you're grumpy ass. How did you make it through the military? Since you're grumpy, you were grumpy at.
So I'm just like my stepdad. Like I was talking to him the other day. He's telling me, he's like, you know what? The last time I ran PT in the military,
yeah.
I was like, I got done. I said, I'll never see you motherfuckers again. Fuck you. I ain't running 2 miles again in my life.
So that's why your ass is grumpy all the
So
time.
I don't get up in the morning. Anytime I don't have to get up in the morning, I don't get up in the morning because I've been up in the morning my whole entire life. Like, hell no. Yes. I mean, like, think about it. Like, we start off, we're young kids, we get to school, then we're up in the morning. Like, up in the morning, you got to get it there to get to school, right? And so that whole cycle and conditioning starts happening. And then now I go in the military and you're up even earlier, right?
All I know is
Like,
you're
it's
grumpy
like-
in the damn morning.
I get to the point now where I was like, after I got in the military, I was like, there's 2 things I did not want to do when I got out of. I don't want to get up in the morning.
Right.
I want to get up when I want to get up.
Right.
And the second thing is, fuck that bed.
Still grumpy. Aisha was cute,
I
though.
am-
Let me tell you, Aisha was killing me, though. That little girl was absolutely killing me. So I came back through security and the electric carts. Got to talk about the electric
Oh,
carts.
the
all right?
electric carts.
So
Good
they were
God.
backing up, and has nothing to do with the electric cart driver, but they're backing up, and this guy's like, okay, stop, everybody stop. So we're waiting as these people get on the electric cart. So stop is like, the
Right,
train.
right.
Okay, so they get on an electric cart and then they'll turn and beep and turn around and go. Sean, they went 2 damn gates. 2 gates.
This pisses me
Two
off.
damn
man.
gates.
This pisses me off. Like I just got off a plane yesterday, and when we get off the plane, there's like 15 damn wheelchairs going up the jet bridge, right? And those wheelchair people, they're trying to run you over with the people that are in them. And like this one dude, he's like going down a concourse, and he's like racing down the concourse. The wife is like behind, like all the way down the concourse, like she's 50 feet plus
with
away.
the slow pusher.
And she's just like serious, like no, she was walking.
Oh, okay.
And this guy was just like racing down the concourse. I'm like, what the fuck? But that brings me to a point here, man. Like I wanted to talk about. I noticed this the other day. Like lately, I feel like every time I'm in the concourse, it's like a freaking ninja freaking competition course going down just to get to work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't you feel like that?
I know. That's why I said even with
electric cars trying to run you over.
Yep.
You got wheelchair people trying to run, people on bags, people not paying attention, people on their phone. It's like it's an obstacle course to get to work.
No, I'm surprised that more people are not injured by electric carts.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm just amazed.
And certain cities, like it blows my mind that they have an electric cart, like Chicago. Like the concourses there are so tight,
right?
And they don't have a lot of them. So that's one thing. They don't have a lot, and you have to definitely be, like injured or some type of handicap in order to get onto one.
Yeah.
You're not just getting one because you're lazy ass and out of shape.
Yeah. We have a lot of those on ours.
Right. In our airport, we got lazy ass out of shape.
2 gates away.
And here's my other thing too about those damn electric cars. It's like, why is it necessary for every person on an electric cart? They've got to zoom to the gate.
Yeah.
They're not late.
No.
They're on the same damn flight as you are.
Right.
Like there's no reason why the cart can go with the flow of the traffic.
Right.
Unless there is somebody on there like, I'm late for a flight, I have to get there. Or like I get that every once in a while. But no, the electric carts are like, shoo, shoo, shoo. Yeah. Beep, 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 get out of the way. Electric cart. Beep, beep, beep.
Gets to you a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. Here's my thing. I just want to slap those motherfuckers.
Some of them get the
knock them out.
Some of them get the little horns, and then
like I just want to go down like them coming down the elbow. I would like, boom, dude, get out of my way, boom, smack me in the face.
Violent.
Yeah, they can make you angry.
It gets like that though. I mean, airports get like that sometimes.
Here's the thing. Another thing that was making me angry yesterday. Does this bother you? Old lady gets on the plane. She's on the plane. It's Martha. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah.
Martha. Hey, Marge. Guess where I'm at? I'm on a plane. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're quilting. Oh, Martha. I can't believe. Wow. It's just so neat on this plane. You should see it. It's just made. She's screaming, yelling on the fucking phone. I'm like, can you please get off the phone?
We have to delay it all the time. But but if they're not talking, they're listening to something and they don't care that everybody else.
Right, or they put it on speaker.
Yeah.
Hey!
That's annoying.
Yeah, I hate speaker.
Yeah. Nobody wants to listen to your conversation. We talked about that so many times. Nobody wants to listen to your conversation.
Nobody wants to hear about your conversation or anything that you're saying. Like everything this lady talked about for like from the time she got on to the time the demo was done and then finally a flight attendant came and said, shut off your phone.
Right.
She talked about nothing. Like there was nothing important about what she was saying. It wasn't about, oh, I'm coming in, you're going to meet me. This is giving information back and forth to coordinate time or anything. No, it was Martha in a fucking quilt.
One thing I said about our job, though, is that the play is the same. The actors are different every day.
Right.
Right. I mean, the play is always the same. The actors are different. That's the same either with crew or passengers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's crew shit that makes us annoyed.
All the time.
Annoyed about shit. We like the people on the jump seat.
We just don't keep it to passengers, right? we actually talk about the crew a lot too.
Yeah. I was so this is a little bit off subject because I got to ask you a question, and I wanted to see what you would do, because I thought, what would G do in this situation? So
This is gonna be funny.
yeah. So I go to Home Depot,
Mhm.
and I walk in, do my shit, and I come out, and I'm walking out. I get in my car, I get ready to back up. I look over, this like contractor. He has his van, and he's backing into the slot, and he keeps backing and backing, and all of a sudden he's just like, bam, and the car goes whoom, and the car like lurches forward, like almost goes out an aisle, and then he's like buckled up underneath this car. This is like 1-2 slots over from me, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, then he pulls off of it, pull, and he pulls away, and he gets out of the car, and he kind of does this, like this.
And you're looking around for people, and
He like looked,
seeing if anybody's seen him.
and then he starts walking in the store. And I get out of the car. Now, what would you do?
Well, I'm taking a picture of his van. I'm taking a picture of the damage, because it's bullshit. Look, when you damage somebody's shit, right?
Exactly.
You damage the stuff, and I'm going to sit there and wait for that person
It's
to
like
come
the
out.
door dingers. They
and
ding
go,
the door, and they know
yeah.
they did damage, and they're going to walk away.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Yeah. I'm going to sit right there. I'm like, this is the van. This is the plate number. This is the person that did it, and his ass just walked in there, or he's gone.
We are 2 peas in a pod. I did exactly that. Like, I got out of the van. I like went over. I'm like, click, click with the phone. I'm like, click, click. I go to the bumper, click, click. I'm like, whose fucking car is this? Like, I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me.
Yeah, but we're responsible though. If we did it, that's why we got insurance, right? We've had this conversation before. If we did it, if we're responsible, we've got insurance. That's the reason why we got it. You just sit there and think that you can just jack somebody's shit up,
yeah,
and then just leave.
You know what this guy says? So I get out of the car, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I think you just damaged that car. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, really. Like, your damn tail end went under, jacked that car up, and you pulled off of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you probably should find out who this car is. Well, I got a job I got to go to. That's what he says to me.
Yeah.
I said, I don't give a shit.
Now, did you wait for that person to come out?
So then what happened was, so he goes in the store, right? So I'm like, no, this ain't happening. So then I go, and they got people like loading things, and I get one of the Home Depot people, and I'm like, listen, I just witnessed an accident. It happened right here in your lot. I said, it's with this contractor's truck. He went inside. I don't know if he's trying to leave or what he's doing, or if he's asking about, paid somebody. I said, but he wasn't really interested in finding out who this owner of this car is. I said, I don't know whose it is, but can you page somebody, who owns this red car, whatever? And so, sure enough, guess whose car it was?
I don't know.
Home Depot employee.
No way.
Right. So she comes waddling out. Hey guys. And she's like, what happened? And I'm like, well, he hit your car and everything, and I witnessed the whole thing, and I just want to make sure you're okay with what's going on and let you know. I said, so now that you're here, I'm leaving, but I'm like, I just want you to know that this happened. And so the guy's like, I'm sorry, because he came back out at that time, and he's like, so then she's like, well, she goes, all I care about is if it's drivable, right? I go,
it's drivable.
That's all she was cared about. So she like goes over and looks over it, and there's like this scuff on the bumper. I said, well, the tail thing went under here and it pulled out. You can see that little kind of dent in it. She looks at it, she's like, don't worry about it. Dude, my first question in my head, what's your first question?
Right now, I'm just perplexed by the whole thing because, I'd still do the same thing that you did.
But I'm thinking this. In my head, I was thinking, that bitch don't got insurance.
Neither one of them.
She don't got insurance.
Right?
She's like, this is a whole situation. Like, it ain't that bad. Let it go. Like, if you had insurance, something you had damage on your car, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to get this fixed, type of thing.
Or if the police get involved.
Right. Especially if it's a contractor's van, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole night, like, I didn't call the police. So she was like, don't worry about it. She's like, she looks at me and she's like, you get the Good Citizen Award today.
Well, that didn't do you any damn good, did it? That did not end the way I thought it was going to end. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm going to wait for her to say, oh, thank you very much, and get the pictures and everything. Nothing.
Dude, I was in shock because I just like went through my whole head and I'm thinking like, wow, this is a different way to handle the situation.
Yeah, my ass shouldn't even been here. I wasted my whole half my
I literally stopped. I was like being the responsible person.
You're dumbfounded.
I witnessed the whole thing. I'm like, I'm trying to help a person out.
Right.
I don't want somebody to, get away on somebody. And so they parted ways and went, got in my car and I'm out of here.
The contractor guy was like, man.
Yeah, asshole.
Turn me in.
Grumpy bastard.
Take a picture of your damn car.
I know you're that grumpy guy in the morning.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God bless you.
Oh, sorry about that. It's one of those things, you get to sneeze.
Hey, this is a real show.
This is it. Had a hard time believing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so they're, what else been going on? What's been going on with you, man?
Okay, now you had your story. Mine was Walmart walking around the corner.
Oh, we're back at Walmart.
Okay, yeah, no, let's play the same thing. What would you have done?
Right.
I know what I did.
All right.
So I'm walking around the corner in Walmart, and as I'm walking the corner, you walk right into this.
Okay.
Belch, this big burp.
Like
this woman let out.
It was a woman?
Yes, this woman let out this huge. You cover your mouth, right?
Yeah.
I understand that, but when you just openly let all that out, and I walk right into it,
ugh, and you walk into that.
What would your reaction been?
I've been like, ugh.
That's it.
Nasty bitch.
I was like, that was nasty.
That was nasty.
You can't even cover your mouth.
Right.
Seriously. I mean, put your hand over your mouth.
It's so funny. Like, okay.
That is nasty. I'm sorry. That is nasty.
Do you think you would have got that if you're like walking into like Nordstrom's?
No. No.
My point
and
is,
I knew
my point is the level of clientele
at Walmart. I know it. Because
maybe going in and out of Walmart versus Nordstrom.
You're walking past people in Walmart. Oh, that person smokes. That one does weed. That one's right. You can smell them. You just
the wave of odor is going off their body.
Speaking of weed. So we were on the plane the other day. We're gonna get back to Walmart. Yeah. We was on the plane the other day. Just triggered a little memory. Yeah. And we're walking past. I mean, not walking, but we're actually doing the service. Mm-hmm. And as the cart's going by, skunk weed, man. Oh, me and the other flight attendant, and we were joking around back and forth. She goes, I'm getting the munchies just sitting here. It was so bad, Shawn.
Dude,
how much I hate skunk weed.
Me too.
I hate the smell of it, especially on a plane.
I can't, like when somebody comes on that have the whole, it's all over their body, and they're just like wafting that odor down the friggin' cabin aisle everywhere. That whole area is gonna smell stinky. It was the whole flight.
It was so bad. Then the person came back and went into the lavatory. Stunk the whole lav up. Lav smells like weed now.
Now you got shit weed.
Yeah, it's like weed. it's
hell
like,
with the skunk. You got shit weed.
Oh yeah, it was like skunk weed airline.
Nasty.
I mean, it was really nasty.
Ugh.
Yeah, but Walmart's always interesting, isn't it?
Dude, it's like you go there. I'm one of these like I go get in and get out because normally if I go to the Walmart, I'm going there for a very specific item, right? I'm like, I got to get in there and get out of there because Walmart is an adventure. Going to Wally World is an adventure.
I'm usually not going to see you at Walmart. I'll see you at Bueller's.
Yeah,
but I usually won't see you at Walmart.
No, Walmart is like it's wild, and it's funny because like you're bringing up Walmart. So this weekend I'm talking to one of my brothers, and they're talking about Walmart and all that stuff, and we're talking about like. They're in California, so there's like they get different stores, and so they're not familiar with Bueller's, right? Or like Giant Eagle and all this stuff. So they got different stores out there. I can't remember some of the stores that they were naming, but Walmart is everywhere, right? Yeah. And so they were talking about how it's an adventure and stuff going into Walmart. And I said, well, I got a Walmart right down the street from my house that there's horse and buggies out in front of it, and there's Amish all over the whole store. I go, in fact, there's a whole parking lot of horse and buggies. I go, it's different around the country.
Now, sometimes when you go down the aisle, do you ever look at yourself when you go in there, you're like, well, no, I blend.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, today I blend. And as you're walking by, and all of a sudden you're like, no, oh no, I don't blend. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I still like Walmart. I just sometimes, man, I mean, when you're in there.
Hey.
And that belching thing, that just killed me though. I mean, that was so nasty.
That's nasty.
Don't do that. It was disgusting.
That
Disgusting.
Walmart reminded me of this. One time we were in Smoky Mountains, and I go into this store, and this guy's one of the locals there in Smoky Mountains. And he's like, and I'm looking for some batteries, and the guy says, he's like, well, you know, I always go down to Walmart. He goes, because Walmart's going to have everything you need. He goes, shit. He goes, I got my last 2 girlfriends from Walmart. He goes, you can get anything there.
You can take them back. You can sure as shit take them back. If you don't like them,
that's right. Get another
refund. I will refund this. I found this one here at Walmart, and
I'll
I'll
give you a sticker with a happy face on it.
I'll bring it back. Right now, and you're talking about you were talking about mountains. Now, I sent you that one video. Re-edified. That's the wrong word.
Yeah, you totally.
That's
screwed
not
that
it.
up.
That's not even close, is it?
No, and I can't even think of it.
Yeah, right. I stumped you now. Right.
Right. You got me stumped. But yes, it reinforced.
Re-edified. Didn't I? Well, I just made up my own word.
Edified to redify.
Let's look that up. I'm going to Google that. I reiterate.
Reiterated.
Reiterate. See, that was the word I was looking for.
Well, I had to think about it
It
myself.
wasn't reinforced. It was reiterated.
Right.
So we're having fun with this one.
Right.
So it reiterated
Yep.
why you never got me to jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Because you ain't a reiterate.
No bullshit. That plane went through the parachute.
I'm playing the words. Reiterate.
Reiterated.
Iterate.
You're having fun with that.
Right. No.
Go back to the video.
That video
She
is
was
crazy.
paragliding, and the plane went through the freaking. It went right through her paraglider.
I don't know how. Like, it blew my mind. First of all, like seeing that video, and you're seeing it right now. Okay, so it was like the plane when it just like blasts right through her parachute. So like all these little small planes, they do visuals.
Right.
Like that's how they fly.
Yeah.
So like that's the basic of your, like, how did it not see this parachuter in front of it and get so close to him that, I mean, literally could have killed her, right? Like luckily it hit the parachute and she had time enough to do her spare.
Okay, dude,
right?
look, 12 feet lower and she'd have been chum.
Oh yeah.
Forget
Exactly.
the chute.
Right. But here's a plane that would have been like midair collision with a freaking human.
And as soon as I seen that, I was like, okay, I'm saving this. This is the reason freaking I'm not going up in a perfectly good airplane. The guy circles around and says, I wonder where they went. I wonder where they went.
Possible.
Okay, tell that to her now. Because you seen her landing. Oh, God. Oh, God.
She's good for the rest of her life because it won't ever happen again. She already checked it off.
Yeah. Neither will G. G won't be in one of them damn things either. It just reiterated.
Oh, my God.
I got it.
Yeah, reiterated.
Reiterated.
Right.
See? We're both right on point now.
Awesome.
It was great. So, okay, real quick, had a medical emergency again. One thing you don't do, just a little FYI, if you're traveling, don't take another family member's prescriptions. I got to say that because that's the reason why we had a medical.
Don't ever do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So you had a medical because somebody else took their medication
of a family
members and then had a reaction.
Anti-anxiety medication.
Great.
And just
they
created
thought,
all this anxiety.
This works for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And created all this anxiety. You know, changes your heart rate. I mean, it was horrible. It was actually it was a younger girl that took it from her sister, and she ends up having a medical emergency because she took a prescription for.
What happened for her?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, what was the reaction? Like, what was happening with her? Was
heart
she
rate.
throwing
She's
up?
sweating. You know how your heart just
start
goes
racing
crazy,
and all that stuff. Yeah.
starts going crazy. You know, you feel like you're basically feel like you're dying because your heart rate is going nuts. Right. So you're getting the sweats and everything like that.
Started getting all basically a panic attack type of thing going on.
Anxiety from anti-anxiety medication.
I had the same thing.
Don't do it.
I had the same thing happen to me.
That you took something? You took another person's medication?
Listen to how this happened. Because I'm thinking it's like, it wasn't like I took their medication. It was, this is how, now let me give you a story.
I was going to say, I'm sitting there talking about don't take it.
I'm at my
and
mother-in-law's
you did it.
house, my mother and father-in-law's house, and I start getting a headache. And I'm like, do you have some Tylenol? Oh, yeah, I got some Tylenol.
Don't tell me to put it in
Right.
a different bottle.
So then they go in and their old asses, shake, 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 give me whatever. Oh, this is what, oh yeah, here, thanks. I'm like, boom, take the Tylenol. Well, guess what it was? It was her medication that had like codeine in it.
That's so bad.
Like 30 minutes later, I'm like, like it was so freaking like I'm at like you're talking about sweating and everything, like I'm having like I've gotten poisoned basically, and I'm like, what did you give me? What did you give me?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but
And then she's like, oh, that was my medication. That's when you want to bitch slap your that mother-in-law like that like.
and you know the shit ain't gonna go away for a while.
I was so sick for like a few hours. Like I was just like I had, because it has to like get out of your system.
Right.
Work the whole thing.
That's why I said you're gonna be like that for a while.
So freaking yeah. So I get it.
She knowingly took this one. All right, man, we're going around.
And my mother-in-law was like for years. She was like, I'm so sorry. Every time it's burned, I'm so sorry I did that.
I almost killed you.
Sorry.
I almost killed you. Please don't do anything to me, right?
All right. Anyway,
Made your heart race
around the globe.
Not in a good way.
No doubt.
So recently, somebody tried to breach the cockpit.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's like
twice they tried to do it.
What were
I think
they
it's
trying to
mental.
do?
Well, I just think it was a mental thing.
Yeah.
You have these.
I think it has to be always a mental thing if you're trying to breach.
But the good thing about it, you see passengers get involved.
Right.
Right. And
I'm like
you see that all the time now. There's people jumping in.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the great part about today's world that we've developed now here in the airline industry, that people are ready to go type of thing.
Yeah.
So people aren't going to let 9/11, boom, that everybody's thinking about that instantaneously when something happens like that. But yeah,
you just got to make sure nobody's stomping on nobody's head.
Mental illness,
right? Make sure nobody's stomping on somebody's head because there's
or
that one guy. Oh hell yeah, I got him! I got him!
Get your knee off his neck. Get your knee off the neck.
It takes 9 of us.
Right.
No, I mean,
dude,
but they actually took care of it. So
dude, talking about in the news right now. The air return for the Bluetooth.
I knew we were going to talk about this one because
this is the last thing we're talking about because we're running low on time here. But the Bluetooth device, I don't understand how this can happen. First of all, here's my reasoning. And what we're talking about is there was an aircraft that went out heading to Europe, and they turned back around 3-4 hours into the flight because they had a Bluetooth device that was labeled bomb.
Right.
Okay, let's back this up.
Kind of like Wayne's World right there.
Now, I'm pretty, you don't have to be too techie to understand. Bluetooth device, all of them have names.
Right.
It's just a label.
I even know that.
Right.
Yeah.
If G knows it.
Shut up. I knew it. I knew it. You just knew it was coming.
Right.
If G knows it, everybody knows it.
So here's a label. So somebody labeled their phone. Like I could label my phone.
Right.
Sean's bomb phone. Like whatever.
The bomb.
It's the bomb, whatever. But I'm trying to figure out what made this crew decide that they wanted to turn the damn plane around because there was a Bluetooth device that was labeled bomb. And the only way to find it is you have to go on your device and search through Bluetooth to see the list of Bluetooth devices that pop up. And all they are is the name of the device.
Right. So you see a name, you see like 30 different names and you pick that one out. And here's the funny thing. So I did a little, did a little research. There's a lot of Bluetooth devices that have defaults with the name bomb in it. I mean, it
Yeah.
could be like Bomb 3000,
Yeah,
27,
Super Bomb.
you know, Super Bomb,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But there's defaults that have it. But it wasn't the Bluetooth even, right? It was actually a Fitbit.
Yeah, it ended up being a little 16-year-old Fitbit on their wrist because the captain came over and actually had everybody on the aircraft turn off their Bluetooth devices. So then everybody turned it off, and this thing was still on.
Right.
And they're like, nobody could figure out here. Like the kid didn't even realize it was his Fitbit.
Right.
Right. It took a long time before they figured it out and narrowed it down. But they had to return back because a label said bomb.
We would have had if we were on that plane, me and you would have had a conversation.
I would have been arguing. Like, I'm like, look, first of all,
it's a name.
It's just a label.
It wasn't pushed out.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't a message.
It
wasn't a message that was sent.
Now, if you would have typed in a message
that was
on
sent.
the label,
yes.
No, even if it wasn't, and it was like, you can like name it, you know, it's just a name. So you can make a long name.
Oh, if you put a message with it.
And you put the message on there and be like, there's a bomb on the aircraft.
Right. You understand.
Okay. Now I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. But if it just says bomb.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, this is my thing. This is my thing.
I didn't understand it either.
I know you and I know a lot of pilots,
right?
And we know a lot of flight attendants. And the flight attendants not so much aren't as techie as the pilots, but the pilots normally have a pretty reasonable tech. But it's amazing that, and we know a whole list of pilots, that they are clueless about technology.
Yeah.
They fly all this technology, but
especially
they really don't know.
Just the name of a Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I agree with you. If there would have been more to it,
right,
then I would have said, okay,
But to turn the cost to turn that aircraft around,
yeah, I don't think
that's crazy.
I mean, so.
But we're not there. We don't know the whole story, the whole
not our call,
not our call. But
we would have talked about it.
Yeah, we would definitely had a little chat about
we'd had a little conversation.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Hey, one more thing before we get out of here. Did you see that guy that how did he steal $40 million worth of gold bars from the CIA? No, really. I mean, how did that happen? I mean, it's good for the United States because we got $40 million back we can spend because it was at his house in Virginia.
How heavy is one brick of gold?
I know. How'd you get them out?
Like a one brick of gold. A lot of people can't even carry a one brick of gold.
How did you get it out?
I have no idea how that happened.
And then,
that was the story didn't tell us,
right?
Which was bullshit.
But this was like 303 of these gold bars, right?
That he had gotten out of somewhere, stolen.
So who's losing the job? Let's see. How many are missing out of here? Roughly about $40 million.
It's
that
crazy.
Unaccounted for.
Yeah.
That just tells you, but that tells you a little bit about our own government, right? I mean, it's kind of scary.
When there's opportunity right in front of you.
$40 million in your house in gold.
Good people do stupid things. One bad decision screws your whole life up.
No,
don't do it.
Yeah,
like
especially when you name your Fitbit.
Yeah, right.
One bad decision will mess it up, right?
All right, man. What's the quote of the day?
The inspirational quote: "We must believe in luck, for how else?" I like this one. We must believe in luck, for how else can we explain the success of those we do not like?
Boom. That's the bomb.
You didn't say that.
That's right.
You better not have said that.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you explain it? That always baffles my mind. Like when you see these people that you think are like just so stupid. How did you get so successful?
It's irritating.
It's irritating as shit because you think, I'm smarter than that person. Exactly. How did they get all that money? How did they do it? Like,
inherited?
Who knows, dude?
I know. I know. It pisses you off sometimes.
Just it boggles my mind sometimes. Right. Like I'm like, why, how, and why some of these people?
You're too stupid to have that much money,
exactly.
Right? I mean, you've said it.
There needs to be some people with that bumper sticker.
Right.
You're too stupid to have that much money.
Too stupid. All right, guys. Anyway, hey, we had a great time this week.
Great time, man. Once again, support the show.
Yeah, definitely support the show.
Come out there.
Go get the gear.
Go to our gear.
Lots
Check
of
out
gear.
We're adding gear more and more every week, as much as I can possibly put on there right now, because there's just like an infinite amount of gear that we can put out there. But go to our website, go to our gear that we use.
Support the show,
support
definitely.
the show. I know. Thank you for everybody that's done it, because there's been a few people that ordered stuff. We really appreciate it. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, God knows what's going to happen in this week.
I just wanted to say something, one last thing too. Last week, G said that he said he was going to let me have the last word. And if you listen, he still has the last word.
I do.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, before we get out of here, I want to ask you to do something for us. If you enjoyed Cabin Pressure and want to support the show, head over to Cabin Pressure with ShawnandG.com and check out our Gear We Use page. This is not random stuff we found online. This is gear we actually use as flight attendants, commuters, travelers, and people who basically live out of a bag half the time. We're adding the things that make travel easier: crew bags, layover gear, tech, comfort items, and stuff we wish someone had told us about years ago. So whether you're a new hire, a seasoned traveler, a commuter, or just someone trying to make a travel a little less chaotic, go take a look. And when you shop through our link, it helps to support the podcast at no extra cost to you. It helps us bring you more airline stories, travel tips, crew life chaos, and whatever else happens between now and next week. So again, go to Cabin Pressure with ShawnandG.com, click on Gear We Use, and check out the products we actually stand behind. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Cabin Pressure. We'll see you next week.